let's talk about 4 things men must radically accept about women if they want to stop feeling inadequate and if they want to have a happy, healthy, and satisfying relationship. Number 1, if you don't want your girlfriend to break up with you or your wife to leave you, encourage her to live in her purpose. The search for purpose and meaning in life is a human need. An unfulfilled wife will go looking for fulfillment elsewhere. One of the fastest ways to get a woman to leave you is to try and stunt her growth. When we think about women fighting for equal education and the right to work outside of the house, we have to ask ourselves, did women want these freedoms because they wanted to be men, or did they want them because they were also human? Finding our purpose in life is a human need. The highlighted quote you just saw is from the book The Feminine Mystique. It was written in 1963. It's been over 70 years, and the men who claim to be helping men are still trying to use the same strategy of trying to shame women out of wanting to grow. That strategy has not worked, and it will never work. Why? Because society shifted a long time ago from mostly manual labor that most women couldn't do to intellectual labor that all women can do. The rise of modern industrialization meant that women found work outside of the home. Even though the best jobs and pay were reserved for men, women began to taste non-domestic work. In World War II, droves of women were, of necessity, thrust into the jobs of their absent fighting men. They managed companies, learned trades, ran factories, drove trucks, and built weapons. After the war, the nature of work began to change. The white-collar sector of work grew as brains became more important than brawn. Women, on average, may have struggled with the more physically intense jobs, but they could certainly do the intellectual work. That today, more women graduate from university than men is proof of this. And here's what we are not going to do. Don't come at me with, but the Bible says the man is supposed to be the authority over his wife. To credit the man as her authority because she was made from some of his body would mean that Adam would need to call the soil his master, for he was made of dust. Here is some food for thought. Though they were armed with these early theological defenses, much of the resistance Christians showed to the changes happening in society was energized by the misinformed perception that the quote-unquote Christian family was under attack. Though later feminist teachings may have been a genuine threat to the Christian family, in reality, the women's liberation movement in its early form was merely a threat to a socio-religious phenomenon in which, owing to the Industrial Revolution, men worked outside of the home all day, while the wives were expected to stay at home and look after the house and kids. What Christians seem to have forgotten at the time is that, in earlier Christian cultures, the father mostly stayed home too. The household itself was an economic unit, in which the entire family was the labor force, which cared for animals in fields and did small-scale industries such as spinning, weaving, and joinery. Number 2, if possible, make sure both you and your girlfriend are over the age of 25 when you get married. Research shows that marrying under the age of 25 increases your chances of divorce. Number 3, stop marrying the wrong V. Don't marry vagina, marry values. All women have vaginas, but all women do not have the same values. And no, by values, I do not mean whether she's a quote-unquote good girl or if she's a quote-unquote hoe. I mean, what are her character strengths? Our values are like our internal GPS system. Our values tell us which way to go. They drive our actions, our decisions, and our behaviors. I cannot stress this enough. If you have a girlfriend and you're thinking about proposing, it is in both of your best interests that you take a values assessment before you propose. To increase your chances of relationship success, you and your partner should have similar values and complementary strengths. Sometimes the difference between values and strengths can be a bit confusing. Values are the things that drive your actions, decisions, and behaviors. In other words, these are the things you use when you're trying to decide the quote-unquote right thing to do in any particular situation. And strengths are the things that you are innately good at. You're born with these. And your skills are the things that you learn to do well. You learn these through school, work, etc. There is an assessment you can take online called the VIA Character Strengths. There is a free version and a paid version if you want a more detailed report. The VIA classifies the character strengths into 6 different virtues: virtue of wisdom, virtue of courage, virtue of humanity, virtue of justice, virtue of temperance, and virtue of transcendence. The virtues of wisdom are the character strengths that help you gather and use knowledge, and they are creativity, curiosity, critical thinking, love of learning, and perspective. The virtues of courage are the character strengths that help you exercise your will and face adversity, and they are bravery, perseverance, honesty, and zest, which is an enthusiasm for life. The virtues of humanity are the character strengths that help you in one-on-one relationships, and they are love, kindness, and social intelligence. The virtues of justice are the character strengths that help you in community or group-based situations, and they are teamwork, fairness, and leadership. The virtues of temperance are the character strengths that help you manage habits and protect against excess, and they are forgiveness, humility, prudence, and self-regulation. And last but certainly not least, the virtue of transcendence, and these are the character strengths that help you connect to the larger universe and provide meaning, and these are appreciation of beauty and excellence, gratitude, hope, humor, and spirituality. Can you see why having similar values increases the chance of relationship or marriage success? When you and your girlfriend or partner take the VIA Character Strengths Assessment, the free report will give you your top 5 character strengths. And our last tip number 4. Chemistry cannot be bought. You cannot hustle your way into her feeling chemistry with you. Making more money is not going to create chemistry. There is a difference between making a smart decision and making a decision based on desire. Meaning, can she date you for your money? Yes. Can she marry you for your money? Yes. Can your money force her to feel chemistry with you? No. Here's a quick recap of the 4 things men must radically accept if they want to stop feeling inadequate and if they want to have a happy, healthy, and satisfying relationship. Number 1, if you don't want your girlfriend to break up with you or your wife to leave you, encourage her to live in her purpose. The search for purpose and meaning in life is a human need. Number 2, if possible, make sure both you and your girlfriend are over the age of 25 when you get married. Research shows that marrying under the age of 25 increases your chance of divorce. 3, stop marrying the wrong V. Don't marry vagina, marry values. And number 4, chemistry cannot be bought. You cannot hustle your way into her feeling chemistry with you. Making more money is not going to create chemistry. And just because I love you all so much, here is a bonus tip. Don't say, I need a woman who will get on board with my vision. It's not that a woman gets on board with a man's vision. It's that the vision he has for his life aligns with the vision she has for her life. That might sound like the same thing to some of you, but the language that is used is extremely important because the men women value most understand that marriage is not about his vision or her vision, but rather about our vision. Thank you for watching. I am grateful for you. My name is Melissa Rochelle, and I am a holistic wellness and relationship coach. If you found this information to be helpful, remember to like, subscribe, and share, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you.